Martin, have we already started?
Well, of course. And why drag out? Get started.
Well, then, My name is Vivian Adams, and this is my cameraman, Martin. We are employees of the online news outlet 7 News.
Tell me, where are we going?
For a scoop. Well, seriously. We're heading this way. There is an interesting village called Big Charlie. All I know about it is that people live there in a closed community. They have almost no contact with the outside world, and they also worship some strange deity.
Creepy. And how did you find out about this village?
Actually, it's a secret, but so be it. I'll tell you. I got into my boyfriend's work documents. Kyle works for some secret foundation. Actually, he forbids me to dig into his papers. You know, top secret and all that. But I'm a journalist. My job is to find what is hidden from prying eyes.
Are you sure it's not fake? That the village actually exists?
Let's check it out now. There's not much left. A couple of miles, and we're there. Damn, what is it?
Well, here we are, getting stuck somewhere in the middle of the boonies.
You know what the strangest thing is? I found these in all the wheels. Look!
As if they were deliberately scattered.
All 4 tires are punctured. We don't have that many spare wheels.
And what are we going to do?
Don't know. But wait, someone is coming. This is Mr. Brewster, and we were very lucky. Firstly, he is the owner of an auto repair shop, right?
Right.
And secondly, he lives in the village of Big Charlie. Ta-da! Martin, we're here.
Well, that's a mercy.
Mr. Brewster agreed to take us to the village and fix our car. Is that right?
Right.
Not a very gabby guy, but there is nowhere else to wait for help. That's how our report began. Martin and I finally got to the village. Or rather, Mr. Brewster drove us to the guest house, where we decided to stay for a few days. He took our car to his workshop and said that tomorrow it would be as good as new.
Right. It'll be ready tomorrow.
The hostess of the guest house, Mrs. Watson, showed us our rooms. Martin and I rested for a while and went to explore the village. Outwardly, it was completely ordinary, but some details suggested that all these people have some kind of common secret.
Vivian, look at this. That's gross.
And then we saw it. A statue of an incomprehensible creature stood on a small square, very similar to a cow, but only with a bird's head. Just some kind of creepiness. There was a mountain of food under the statue. It's like an offering to this ugly creature. Behind this absurd figure, we noticed an unusual building. It was something like a temple. Over the large doors hung images of the same strange creature. Inside, there was a large room with long tables. Probably some meetings or gala dinners are held there.
What do you need here? Who are you?
This is Pastor Jeff Fine. He is the spiritual leader of the community in this village.
I'm sorry I've shouted at you. I didn't know we were having guests. But you arrived at the right time. We've been kind of waiting for you.
Really? It seemed to me that the villagers don't like visitors very much.
That's true, but we still don't mind if someone is interested in Big Charlie.
Tell me, what is it?
This is a sacred legend that all of the residents of our community believe in. No one knows exactly how it appeared. A legend says that many years ago, a calf was born to a sick cow in a backwater slaughterhouse. It was very unusual and did not look like a cow at all. The owner of the slaughterhouse decided that this would not be of any use and ordered the calf to be slaughtered. It was cut into pieces when suddenly an incredible thing happened. The calf's head grew a new body. It didn't die. It was a real miracle. Then it became clear that this calf was sacred, sent from above. It was named Big Charlie, and people began to take care of it. He grew up fast and ate everything that was given to him, even bricks and trash. And at the same time, meat was constantly growing on it. Lots of meat. It was cut off and consumed for food, and Big Charlie gave more and more. For the residents of our village, Big Charlie is a symbol of fertility. We believe in him and worship him.
It turns out that faith in Big Charlie feeds the residents?
That's right. The faith and a small cow farm outside the village. We sell meat to the outside world and eat it ourselves. Every evening, the whole community gathers in this temple and gives a meal in honor of the sacred Big Charlie. Come to dinner. Share a modest feast with us.
That's very kind of you, but I think I'll refuse. I'm a vegetarian.
And I don't mind a big, juicy steak.
Great. Then we will be glad to see you at our table. Brothers and sisters, let's praise Big Charlie for the food he gives us. For meat and faith. For meat and faith.
Heck, how delicious.
To each his own, Martin.
Lucky you don't eat meat. I'll get more.
You can't cope with that much food anyway.
It's incredible. I agree to eat it all my life.
Are you alright? You're kind of weird.
He tasted the sacred food. However, recently the meat has become different. It's losing its taste. Brothers and sisters, Big Charlie began to starve. It's time to arrange a sacred ceremony and bring the tribute that he is so looking forward to. Tomorrow, we will feed him again. For meat and faith. Believe me, after the ceremony, the meat will become simply ambrosial.
Martin, just don't forget to film this ceremony.
I can't wait to taste the ambrosia.
The next day, I went to get Martin to take pictures of the village, but suddenly I discovered that my cameraman had disappeared somewhere. The hostess of the guest house said that he had left for the ceremony in the morning. Without me? I immediately went to the temple where yesterday's dinner was held, but it was empty. Only Pastor Jeff met me.
The ceremony takes place in another temple, but it's already over. Your friend managed to film everything. Now he went with the brothers to see our farm. Don't worry and come to dinner. He'll be there by evening anyway.
It was very strange. I decided to wait for Martin and find out everything from him. I was also worried that Mr. Brewster hadn't shown up with our car yet. I decided to go to the auto repair shop and find out what's up with it. The locals told me the way. And in a few minutes, I was already in a waste ground where there was a small repair box. Strangely, it turned out to be closed. Moreover, I realized from the dusty lock that it had not been used for many years. And then something unusual caught my eye. There, behind the auto repair shop, I noticed a bunch of different cars. It was like an automobile graveyard, but where did they come from? I found various things and documents inside these cars. Apparently they were left by the owners, and all the wheels had punctured tires, in the same way as ours. I felt uneasy. What is going on in this village? I decided to call my boyfriend after all and confess everything.
Hey there, V. Where are you?
Kyle, just don't freak out. I'm in the village of Big Charlie.
Are you crazy? Why did you dig into my affairs?
I thought it would be an interesting report, and they're all insane here. I also found something suspicious. Look.
Wait a sec. I'll run the numbers to the database.
Why are there so many cars here? What's with these people? Kyle, I'm scared.
Listen to me, Vivian. You need to get out of there right away. These cars, their owners are missing. Vivian, do you hear me?
Wait, I'll call you back. And then I noticed my car. It was definitely mine. The tires are flat, and the engine has been seriously tampered with. They didn't want us to leave this place. And then I got really scared. I rushed to the guest house and quickly packed my things. Heck, where is Martin? It was necessary to find him urgently and get out of this damn place. There was no one around, and then I realized that the whole village had gathered in their temple. I sneaked a peek inside, and damn, there was real madness in there. People, as if possessed, greedily swallowed whole pieces of raw meat, taken away from each other. Someone was even convulsing, and then I didn't notice how the pastor appeared.
And here you are. Well, that's it. Your report ends here.
And then there was darkness. I don't know how much time passed. It took me somewhere for a long time. It seemed that we had gone beyond the village. Suddenly, I heard the heavy footsteps of some animal. It breathed hoarsely and licked its lips.
Did you want to know about Big Charlie? So behold him.
No, it can't be!
It can. Here is our breadwinner, who gives us meat and does not die. The legend I told you is true. There's just one thing I haven't told you. So that Big Charlie's meat becomes ambrosial, so that it gives healing and immortality. Sacrifices are needed.
Martin! Did you feed him to that monster?
You're out of luck. You're a vegetarian, and you couldn't taste Big Charlie's meat. But he wouldn't mind trying yours. After all, he's been hungry again.
No, let me go! I was dragged to this monster. I saw saliva seeping out of his ugly mouth. Is it really going to end like this? When suddenly, everyone heard the roar of engines. The shed doors flew out with a strong impact. An armored personnel carrier with the inscription SCP Foundation on board drove into the breach. Special Forces soldiers emerged from it. They captured all these insane people and freed me. How timely it was. And when one of the soldiers took off his mask, I saw a familiar face. It was you! That's all that happened to me! I'm really sorry that I went where I shouldn't have.
It's all right, V. It's all over.
What have you done with this creature? With Big Charlie?
We delivered it to the Foundation. Specialists are studying it.
You know, seems to me that he can somehow subdue people. Everyone who has eaten his meat begins to worship this monster.
Nonsense. Don't pay attention. Go home and rest. Yeah, and, don't tell anyone what happened. I'm glad that everything turned out well. Let me show you out. I'll finish my business soon and come. Tonight's dinner will be wicked good. We just need to make some preparations. Here.
Kyle, what's going on? Let me out!
I'm sorry, Vivian, but it was necessary.
Don't do this to me, Kyle! I love you!
I love you too, V. But the meat began to lose its taste.
No!
Big Charlie needs to eat.